Welcome to Home Cinema and Tech Review. In this video, we're going to talk about Soundcore Nebula X1 Pro placement at home. I know it's not the full review, but I want you to understand this is an outdoor focused projector, portable projector, and when you're going to use it at home, we have 7.1.4 speakers, and how we're going to place the speakers and the projectors could be a potential questions for a lot of you. This is not a cheap device, or this is not a small device. So you're going to find out what's going to happen if you're going to use it indoors, how you can solve some of the things, and how good it is. I'm going to talk in general. This video is going to be kind of like hopefully fast. So this is my second take. I'm going to remind you some of the stuff. I'm going to close the ambient lights. First of all, what do you see? This room is a lit room setup and two ambient lights, Govee lights, are on. This screen is, again, as you can see, there is an update, but I'm not going to update this in this video, sake of the video. You might see the image pinkish. Forget about it. It's because of the camera lens. It's not about the projector. Camera lenses are picking triple laser devices picture in a sort of like pinkish color. We need the color grade, but I can't do it because we're going to move entire video. So this video is focused not for the image quality. Watch the full review for the picture quality of this thing. But in this video, we're going to talk about the placement. So before that, we got to walk inside of the room to explain what we are dealing with. So first, this is the room setup, okay? And as you can see, the Nebula X1 Pro in the middle and the 135-inch picture, and I'm going to close the Govee lights, but before that, one Govee light is over there and the second is below here, right behind the table. But these two lights are quite lighting the entire room with the 135 3-meter length picture like this. And in this video, we're going to take a look at how long does it take to take the speakers out and place it with an Xbox installation, and how you can solve some of the things. So first of all, I'm going to open up the ambient lights to lit up the entire room. While I drop the camera down, I am trying to fix the camera lens. So this video is shot entirely wide angle. So first thing is you got to understand the size of this projector. Let me just drop it like this. You got to understand the size. To show you the size, I'm going to bring the Xbox Series X. This is a big console, gaming console, and when you put it on, you can clearly have an idea how big the projector is. I'm kneeling down, I am 171, so I'm not a tall guy, but technically this is a pretty big device. Even if I roll down the Xbox Series X, it is longer as a depth, not as a width maybe, but as a depth is longer. So when you put it on the ground like this, Xbox looks smaller than a toy. So you gotta find a good place for this projector. So I have to close the projector from this standpoint. I'm going to hit the power off again, okay, to power it off quickly for you. And I'm going to first start with perfect placement, what it could be, and then how you can solve some of the issues. And we're going to install it completely. So to close the device, I'm going to hit the power button, power it off. I'm going to take it, and I'm going to take the cable. Since it's a portable projector with a roll-in cable system, we are good to go. So, starting with perfect placement. Perfect placement for this projector, if you got a dedicated room or furniture like this. And I'm going to explain why. So, two seats separated a little bit, and you're sitting right next to it. So you don't have to even use the remote. You can use the buttons on the top, and you can reach the karaoke microphones without a problem, and everything will be here. And if you're going to place it like this, you might not even take the rear speakers out because the side speakers are firing quite good. And believe me when I say so, you're going to witness in the full audio review of this device. I'm going to create a whole another video because this device deserves 7.1.4 speakers and all of them are wireless. But even with the stereo setup built on it, like without taking the speakers out, this thing is really creating quite a bit of 3D sound, if you ask me. So you might be even happy where it stands without separating the speakers, but you can do it. But the ideal setup for me is like this. You got a white wall or a projector screen, floor rising or drop down. It doesn't matter which one, unless you get the right material. Because I did video about this, and I'm not going to talk about it, but this is the first way. The second thing is kind of like problematic, and I'm going to show you how you can solve it. Second thing is, let me just go right beside the couch, and I'm going to rotate it to show it to you as fast as it can be. So let me just double check. You're seeing right beside the couch. So this is a wide angle shot, and I'm sitting on the couch. And as you can see, it's lower in an optical level. It can fire upwards because it has the tilting system built inside the optical element and also the imaging element. So you got like shifting. That's good. It can fire upwards, but you have to unblock the front elements. So in order for you to do that, you need to put the projector higher place if you're going to put behind the couch like this. So I have a big gap around here. I can hide the projector while it's, resting. If you're going to watch, let's just say 1 or 2 movies in a week, if you're a busy person regularly using TV for daily, and if you want to enjoy the cinema outside and also inside the home like this, you can hide it into a place like this, where I will show you up close why I am using a space like this. Let's walk like this, and this space is looking like this. There is a Xiaomi air purifier, and it looks like a toy. This is not the smallest, but in the mid-level, but the tallest one is near exactly same height with the Soundcore, I suppose. And this is the TCL's subwoofer for 3.1 soundbar setup. So you can see the height difference. It looks like a toy. This is bigger, and this is even more muscly, muscled up. So how you can solve some of the things. I'm going to walk again like this to show you some of the things, how you can solve it. Dropping down the camera. I've shown you early in the videos in the channel, if you have to put the projector high, it doesn't matter which projector, IKEA LAC series is the cheapest way to go. Similar setup like this, matte white. It's not too durable, but it will get the job done about $12 to $15. It's a 30 to 30 centimeter space, and this thing in the bottom is a little smaller because of the wheel, and the front leg is coming like this, okay, inside of the unit. So you got a smaller footprint than the actual device, and that's why this sort of small table could solve the problem of height if you're going to place behind the couch, and you can place it upwards. The only issue when you do it, let me just show it to you in a second, is if you sit right in front of it with your neck, it might hit your head. So how you can pull this projector up high, because it's not a light device, 38.2. So I'm going to go for squatting position, okay? I got the handler. I'm going to give the weight to my body, okay? I'm going to do the squat, and I'm coming up. So I know microphone could have made a bad sound because it could have touched. And this is about the height that you need. So when I sit next to it, okay, and I know I'm doing a lot of work, you might not want to do it, but it's time to time. Like, you're going to place it once, and if you're going to take it out for like a event or something, you can take it with 2 person, no problem. But this is a 38.2 kilo device, so you gotta go to have a low back, or you gotta be careful when you're going to get it higher if you have any low back issues. Or if you don't do sports. So technically it's very close to my head level. It's still not, but if I'm going to, sit a little bit away from it, it will be like this, and it will be firing, and it could even fire upwards with the lens. So that's about it. You can solve it with a cheap $10 to $15 IKEA LAC unit. You can get it higher, but where this stage, when we talk about this, I am little tired, of course. This is the second take, so for that, thumbs up and like the videos. I'm putting a lot of thoughts and effort to make you understand before your purchase. So one other thing is, like I said, second thing will come to your mind is, should I be buying the X1 instead of X1 Pro like this? Well, if you're not going to go outside too much, if you're not going to use the 7.1.4 speaker setup, then you might consider the X1 instead of a X1 Pro, if you ask me. And I would maybe choose it over this if I'm going to use it just indoors. But this device has more capabilities, like probably I've shown you in the short videos, but you're going to see in the full review. You got microphones, 2 microphones, so you can give conferences, you can create karaoke, fun activities, and you can go outdoors with this. And 7.1.4 speaker setup with this comes quite cheaper than you think. If you want to buy this quality, like 400 real RMS power, this sort of Dolby Atmos speaker setup wirelessly, you're not going to get it cheap for sure. So total cost of this device really worth it. And if you think what I show you is kind of like an obstacle to purchase this device, well, place it in between 2 seats like I showed you, and then you're done. In the rest of the video, in the end section, what I'm going to do is, how long is it going to take taking it out from the back of the couch or someplace that you took inside of a room, and then lay it all out. We're going to do a chronometer test. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the projector. Since you know by now my all the videos trying to do single take, and we're still in the 10 minutes of territory. So first thing, I need to put it on the ground. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate again dropping down. I am kneeling down and I'm going to put the weight on my knees. Okay, push the table a little bit. I'm going by squatting. I'm not moving my body forward. This is a heavy device. Don't do it for the lower back. Don't go like this. I don't want you to hurt yourself. So, and here we are. The projector is placed. And I'm going to take the table away. Okay. So, we're going to start the journey. So, the one thing that I recommend, if you got a, motorized extension cable, some cable system like automatic, just like the projector or vacuum cleaners, you pull them out, they come, and you just take them out a little bit, they go inside. So if you have like extension cable system, or if you're living in US, some people have lower, floors and upper floors, and they can hide some cabling on the floor, like a real power plugs. If you can arrange that under your seat, then this will be again ideal. You just take the cable and put it under the seat, and voila, you are good to go. But in this setup, I'm going to do the worst possible. I'm going to install the Xbox. I'm going to put the cables. Let's see how long does it take. So I'm going to put the cable in a different position just to make things harder, and I'm going to start the clock. Okay, the cables are, let's just think about it. I'm going to place the cables here for the Xbox. I'm going to take the Xbox for right beside the TV, where you regularly connect your Xbox, and we're going to start. So what I'm going to do, go for the clock, and you're going to witness the timing, and here we go. So I am being casual. Just drop it, and I'm going to push the projector a little bit. I know the place already. If you do it by a couple of times, you're okay. And what I'm going to do, of course, I'm going to go for the power cable, which I made it longer distance. Normally, you should have done it by automatic by now. Place it under the couch, and here we are. The power cable is easy. I'm going to pull the Soundcore Nebula X1 Pro's cable, and here we are. I'm going to drop down, hit the power button. Okay. Do it by the remote. So, it's on. I'm going to continue. I'm going to take the Xbox while it's opening. And normally, I need to be using a 1 meter, maybe small cable instead of 5 meter HDMI cable like this. So in terms of hiding the rest of the cables, while it's doing its thing, I'm going to put the Xbox, and here we are. Since you might want to create a gaming environment, I'm going to hide the cables underneath the couch. And okay, the cables are in. One of the things that I like, there is a lit light coming, LED light right there, and that's about it. So how long? Stop it. 1.45, so 1 minute 45 seconds. Let me just close the ambient lights, and still it's a little bit doing its thing. Okay, and probably I will do another section because we haven't done exactly what we should have done. And I'm going to hit the resume, okay, just while it's doing its thing. The reason being, I haven't separated the speakers, and I'm going to hit the resume, hit the speaker button while it is coming out from the left and the right. To be fast, I am hitting to the back, and it says the left back, and I am putting the left back speaker to the place that I put it on. And I'm going to take the right back and take the feet while I move. Again, I place the rear right, and this is front right, and I'm okay with that. It's easier. And this is front left. Let's do that. So all the speakers are in the place, and I'm going to stop. Again, so this is the timing. Let me just double check behind the camera. This is the timing that we have, 2 minutes, 32 seconds. And this is, by the way, by far the worst case scenario. I put an Xbox, I put the external extension cable, and I know I am running for you guys a little bit. Normally, nobody should be hurrying like this. So you might think two things. Well, this is not practical. Well, in terms of space, if you got 2 seats like this, you don't have to worry about, you just click power and that's it. So this was the worst case scenario, possible scenario could have, or you could just use a leg height adjustment when you use at home, and when you want to get it out, you got two people to hand it out, you know, together because it's heavy. But if you don't have problem with weightlifting, then this is, by the way, you're seeing a firmware, another firmware update. There are lots of updates. Automatically it created a picture for us. So let me just go from here to open up the Xbox. Okay. Instead of a license issues, I wanted to go from here to, automatically understand the Xbox. Xbox is on. So I am coming to the end of the video. Would I prefer it over the X1 regular? It depends. If you're going to use only indoors, you might still consider 2 front speaker and the X1 regular. But if you're going to use your budget to get the max, this is the thing to buy, because you can't buy literally 7.1.4 speaker setup wirelessly this good, and you can't buy in the same time this bright triple laser gaming capable crazy projector like this. So you gotta make sure that you've done the right choice when it comes down to the money, I suppose. So you're seeing a lot of stuff. Let's open up the Forza, because Forza has a HDR. By the way, if you're wondering, entire video, this projector is running in 40%. This is a lit room where I can read books, literally read books. And this is a 40% of power, and this is a 3 meter length, 135 inch image. So you can lower the image because it's motorized. You can zoom in and out. You can do lots of stuff. You're nearly unlimited. I've just shown you physical weight of this device and advantages, and also kind of like disadvantages. But if I drop down everything as a list, this is not going to be the full review. Okay, this is just a placement topic, because it is an important topic if you want to buy this. You got a pretty good speaker. You got a, voiceover or karaoke microphones, and that makes this device conference device. You can use it for conference, you can use it for podcast, maybe casting to people, even concerts, like two people, one playing guitar, one is a soloist, maybe, vocal. So technically you can do a lot with this device when it comes down to portability. When it comes down to home usage setup, they put a lot of thought into this device. So this device has lots of advantages on the portability side, but in the home setup, this becomes a little bit of, like this in the video that you've seen. So I don't want to repeat too much of the stuff. I hope you learned anything that useful for this device. Probably nearly everything you learn it. And if you learned anything useful, as always, like, subscribe, hype the videos, like slide the button after the like, hype points the videos to support the channel, because I'm putting a lot of thoughts and efforts. And again, I'm going to remind you, this pinkish image that you see this is an auto expose video, and it's not dedicated to picture quality, only for the placement of Nebula X1 Pro. The image is great, and you'll be seeing it in the full review video. This is not the full review, but just the placement. One of the important things that you gotta know. But once you buy this device, or at least see this device in reality, you understand the every penny has a value out of it. Speakers, sound quality, microphone, and everything. I haven't seen anything like this. So this is a very special device. Comes with a kind of like a limitation, like a cabriolet car, like a maybe coupe sports car. You can't maybe go everywhere like SUV, but you could go faster, right? There's a catch in everything. So nothing is perfect in life. This device is very good, but you got to know what you're buying. So until the next video, you can use the links in the description to reach out the Anker Nebula X1 Pro before the end of discount time, end of the September. Discount is ending. If you're thinking something like this, don't waste too much of your time to get the best price. And if you want to support the channel, again, subscribe, like, hype the videos if you can. Until the next video, bye from Home Cinema and Tech Review. And this video is reached about 20 minutes. Let me just close the lights, okay, for you. Close the ambient lights, because I think you deserve it. Like a go-to-govy, I'm going to close 2 ambient lights, because this is not an ALR screen. And the lines between that you see, this image is still pretty bright. But what an image it is. And this is an overexposed image. Let me just reduce the exposure for the levels that your eyes can see, like high dynamic range. This could be the image when it comes down to contrast. I reduced the brightness to -3 exposure to camera to get you the contrast that I see with my eyes, even without an ALR screen. This device has crazy contrast levels, and this is running right probably in a regular mode. You can punch it out with the enhanced blacks and stuff. There will be dedicated videos how you can tune the menu, get the best blacks in a dark room without a screen. I will shoot them each one by one, and you're going to learn every bit of things. For that, again, you need to subscribe and hit the bell icon to notify it. Until the next video, bye from Home Cinema and Tech Review. And hoşça kalın from Turkey, Istanbul. And always try to go big. Don't buy just a TV. I suggest TV plus projector. So instead of a big TV, get yourself a mid-level TV and projector to be more happy, feel more special. Bye.